Previously on the demise of the Aboriginal quarterback in the NFL.
They do like to paint narratives.
Yeah.
You know, and the narrative might be that these guys can't get it done.
It's crazy,
that Fifth State team.
Yeah.
Because them other guys can't win either. Geno Smith stuck on the Raiders.
Yeah.
He's playing bad. Shedeur Sanders, he on the Browns. God damn, that's worse.
And you see how they shipped Geno out of Seattle when they did their rebuild type shit.
Michael Penix got drafted to the Falcons after they signed Kirk Cousins.
Falcons select Michael Penix Jr.
Well, there it is.
Quarterback, Washington.
That is the first surprise of the NFL draft, to say the least. The fourth quarterback off the board is Michael Penix Jr. He is a top 10 selection, and he is going to the place that just made a very expensive investment in a veteran quarterback. And it's kind of wild that Kirk Cousins arrives in Atlanta. He signs in Atlanta. He leaves Minnesota to go to Atlanta. Minnesota is sticking around, and with this selection, having J.J. McCarthy get one more pick closer to them, with the Bears on the clock, the Jets after them, and
right.
Look who's starting now.
Kirk Cousins.
So again, it's hard out there for a brother.
Let's sit you down and see if we can salvage this investment we made in Kirk Cousins.
Jalen Hurts has won a Super Bowl in Philly. And I bet you they will run that dude out of town in a heartbeat.
My old neighbor is a big Eagles fan, and he's sending me all these stories like, look, we're out on Jalen Hurts. A lot of the Philadelphia Eagles fan base has seen enough of Hurts, and they're starting to sour. And I don't get it. And then you read the articles, and the local media is starting to turn on Jalen Hurts in Philly.
Yeah, I don't think he's the problem.
Right. In a heartbeat. Trying to do it now.
If they don't win, you know what I'm saying?
Let them get a first round exit.
You know, you're going to start to hear chatter.
And they'll find a way out that contract.
Poor Jaden Daniels, he gets drafted to Washington, like you said, who ruined a guy who could have been the next version of Vic and RG3.
Yep. Doing the same thing to Jaden Daniels.
You see what I'm saying? So Jaden Daniels got hurt, threw him back out there. Now he hurt for the season. Mid-season, when you were done out of the playoffs, same scenario. At least when they put RG3 in, they was in the playoff.
Right.
They wasn't even in the playoff hunt with this kid.
They put him back out there for what?
So, tough situation. Cam Ward.
Oh, man.
Tennessee Titans. This guy right here, man. And he ain't got nothing over there.
Nothing.
And they just, it's almost like they don't know how to use them. They just got a car that they don't know how to drive.
That's exactly.
Fired the coach mid-season. So he's already at a setback. You see what I mean?
They all agreed he was the best quarterback, so this is the guy that we're going to take, but we hope this can work out. They ain't got no plan for him. No nothing, bro. He was just the best quarterback that we can get, and we had a number 1 pick. That's what it's looking like.
Yeah, that's what it was. They got pressured into taking him number 1.
Yep.
Shedeur Sanders, he goes to the Browns. And has to sit behind Joe Flacco and Dick Gabriel before finally getting his opportunity due to injury. So my thing is here, bro, to kind of put it, to kind of bring it back, bro, is even the future, bro, is not, you see what I'm saying? Like the future, CJ Stroud. We ain't talk about CJ Stroud, man. CJ Stroud hanging in there.
Yeah,
he hanging in there in Houston because it was looking pretty fucking bad for CJ Stroud earlier on.
His whole offensive line away from
all of them. You know, he's not having a great season. 16 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, 65% completion. Houston being carried by that defense, man, but he's hanging in there, like I said. Bryce Young, another quarterback, hanging in there in Carolina.
Hey.
Backfield along with Dowdle on a first down from the 36. Clean pocket for Young. Another deep shot down the left side. He drops it in for Lee Gett. Brilliant throw from Bryce Young.
He was benched for Andy freaking Dalton, bro. Because he's not making your situation glamorous when you ain't got dog shit around him. Then Andy Dalton comes in there, plays well one game. They was talking about getting rid of him.
Mm-hmm.
Until Andy Dalton showed what Andy Dalton is and a backup. He gets hurt, and then shit. Shout out to that kid, man, because they was dogging him, man. Bryce Young, they was talking about how his girl left him and just trying to just drown him in sorrow. But shout out to that brother, man. That nigga strong, man. Came back. Got the Panthers in the playoff hunt.
Mm-hmm.
So shout out to that brother. Hopefully they could beat the Buccaneers and make it in there, man. Help old Jalen Hurts out. Shit. Caleb Williams, help the brothers out. Let's see somebody from the NFC make it in there, I guess. But man, it's bad, bro.
So just think about, that's what I'm saying. Just think about the future. So the question is this the demise of the era of the Aboriginal quarterback, the black quarterback, whatever you want to call it? Is this demise? Is this the start of the demise of the black quarterback?
Well, I think it is, because you could put a narrative for each one of these quarterbacks. Geno Smith can't play anymore. Done. Cam Ward can't live up to the hype in Tennessee, especially after the second year they do it again. He's gone. He's done. Shedeur Sanders, can he be a quarterback? Do you want to promote him or you don't want to promote him? Because that's what it's about. Do they want to promote Shedeur Sanders? That's all it's about over there, and I don't think they want to do it. Kyler Murray, hurt again. Cardinals made the playoffs, one time his whole career, and that playoff game he played like a complete ass.
Rams pressure is picked up. Kyler! Did he get rid of it? It's intercepted! It's David Long! Into the end zone for the touchdown! Troy Reeder got the hit on Murray. Nearly had him for the safety for...
Against that Rams team.
Yeah, wasn't good.
Patrick Mahomes. What is he going to be without Kelsey? What if Andy Reid just says, man, I ain't going to win another Super Bowl with these teams. I'm retiring. And then it's just going to be all on him. No help from the refs. No Kelsey. All your receivers are always doing something stupid in the offseason and getting put in jail for something. Now without Andy Reid and Spagnuolo there, do they just get wild and free over there and just start wanting to be like Hollywood, like Rashee Rice and them want to do?
We was in Kansas City. It's not a it's a nice city, but it's definitely has its
shit.
has its curious areas.
Then you got Lamar Jackson. Time after time after time after time after time, you just can't get it done. It's always, we got to do better. We can't make that mistake here. Put it on me, man. Them people getting tired of that.
All right, everyone, we have Lamar Jackson here for you all. We'll get it started here with Jamison Hensley.
Lamar, what's kind of your feeling about your performance after this game? You almost let it come back, but you also had a little bit more turnovers than you usually have.
Yeah, the turnovers, I feel, is the reason we lost the game. I put that on me. The start of the game, the first drive, a pick six.
Is in the backfield, flanking Jackson. He stays in the block. Jackson fires, and that will be intercepted in the end zone by Johnson. Taron Johnson, and only Jackson can stop him now. Too late to the end zone. Touchdown.
Then we drive to the red zone, a fumble.
2nd and 10. Awkwardness as Jackson wrapped up. The ball's out. Scooped up. Von Miller. Von Miller with Hill chasing after him. Hill tries to swipe the ball out of his hands, but Miller holds on, and the Bills defense has a second takeaway.
Got to get the ball I could because we know they're dominant up front. And then a pick off the player from the flat, throwing at the mark.
Ravens go for it on 4th and goal. Jackson fading. Jackson throws. Intercepted. The Bills have it. Jordan Poyer with the pick. Baltimore decides not to kick the field goal, and Buffalo takes over with just over 4 minutes to play.
And my surprise is straight drop on that play.
Got to clean those up, and I feel we won that game. So that's all to it.
Jeff Zrebeck.
That's how you get rid of him. Not only, and Jaden Daniels, you know what time it is over there with the Commanders of Washington. Sooner or later, they just gonna throw him in the scrap heap, and he'll be done. The only one that got a good narrative behind him is Caleb Williams, because the Packers gonna get tired of Jordan Love here soon too.
Yeah.
Keep turning over the ball the way you doing.
Coming after him, Young. Just heaves it. Somehow it's caught for the touchdown on the pick six. What a bizarre play that is. That's McCullough as Love just mindlessly tried to get rid of it to avoid the safety right in the hands of the Rams defender.
They're going to get rid of you, boy. They used Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers.
Man, it looks different, doesn't it? Right? In some of these places, and I think that is the thing too. You know, is the look of the quarterback. Do you want to promote some of these players? And I think a coach doesn't like the player completely, they don't give their all
Mm-hmm.
in the development of that player, and it stunts the player's growth. Could be happening to Shedeur Sanders and Cam Ward now. So I think that's their situations. Maybe with, I mean, we'll see, how it plays out in Washington, but I mean, it's not looking good over there either. So those are, some current situations. But Caleb Williams, man, is and Bryce Young, CJ Stroud. I mean, they got their teams in the playoff hunt. Jalen Hurts is who he is, man. But I think it's more about when you look at the future and the first and second year quarterbacks like Jaden Daniels, Michael Penix, as you mentioned. And then you got Shedeur Sanders, Cam Ward this year. I think that could be a signal that it's starting to turn, as opposed to looking at the quarterbacks, that are playing at the highest level, that have been, veterans in the league for a little while now. Now, before we wrap it up, I want to ask you this, because you've been studying the college game. What are the Aboriginal quarterbacks looking like that's coming into the league in this upcoming draft? Because, see, me, it's about the future when we talk about, is this the demise of the Aboriginal quarterback?
This year, none. The only two you really had was Lenore Sellers and Dante Moore from Oregon. And they both went back to school, and everybody was down on Lenore Sellers. I mean, about a year and a half, 2 years ago, he was a surefire number 1 pick. Played at South Carolina that year and a half, and man, they saying that he ain't even drafted. You see what I'm saying? That's how much has changed on him in a year and a half span.
Damn, bro. So I might have to lean in your direction if that's the case, man, because it ain't looking good for the ones that came out the last couple of years outside of maybe Caleb Williams.
Yeah. That's a fact. If you want to include CJ Stroud or Bryce Young in that third year.
I mean, CJ Stroud and Bryce Young,
they're hanging on by
they're hanging on, but is anybody taking the Panthers and Texans seriously, especially that Texans team? And after what they did to CJ Stroud, basically trying to sabotage him with that offensive line, and he has clearly regressed. But that team is a team, and I think D'Amico Ryans is a good head coach, and they're fighting, trying to get into the playoffs, man. But don't get it twisted, man. They're not at the level of some of these other quarterbacks. So I mean,
they're gonna have to hope that defense plays lights out. I mean, lights out if they're trying to win anything. And I just don't think that's gonna happen. You might get one team, but you ain't gonna go through the playoffs like that.
But CJ Stroud is one of those quarterbacks that likes to stay in the pocket more. So
yeah, he is.
And that's what the whole point of this is look, it's the style of play, but there is a narrative to say that there is some lookership involved, or some prejudice involved, but I think it's more about the style of play. That's why CJ Stroud, he's still hanging in there in Houston, I think.
Yep.
Because clearly the brother they had before that played a different style quarterback.
Different style. Mm-hmm. And wanted out. They said, okay, yeah, we're going to let you get out, but you're going to take this with you.
Mm-hmm.
And man, he ain't been the same since, bro.
Yeah. And
that should be a case study. What the hell happened to Deshaun Watson, bro? That is crazy. To fall off like that.
Yeah.
Man, that's crazy.
You might see it here, man, on Sports Knowledge.
Man, bro, like we gotta study that whole case, like, man.
But you got any last comments on this topic, bro? Because I think it's quite simple to me. I think there is a decline in the style of play that Aboriginal quarterbacks play. And I think that's it right there.
Yeah.
And so you may see less get drafted at a high clip, like that, or in the high rounds like that, because of the style that they play. Not to say that they're not going to be successful or that they're going to disappear, but I think the style of play is going to start to shift a little bit here because of these injuries. And if that's the case, some of these quarterbacks don't necessarily play a traditional style. We named a few, but again, it's a few. CJ Stroud, Geno Smith, Sador Sanders.
Yeah, that's about it.
So, that's really what we talking about here, So I don't want people to get all had their panties in the bunch like this is some race baiting type of topic. It's not. But go ahead.
Yeah, it's definitely the style of play, and that goes over everything. It goes towards what they call the bottom line. In the NFL, we got to promote the quarterback. How we going to promote these quarterbacks who's taking over the league if they're all hurt? We can't make that dough if you ain't out there putting on a show. I can't market you when you hurt and on crutches. You see what I'm saying? Is what have you done for us lately when it comes to advertisement? Like, you can't be promoting a dude that's got ACLs every year.
To the 100th season of the National Football League. Tonight is not about the league. What's up, Juju? It's about football. It's about the players, the fans, the moments, and everything else that makes you say, oh boy. Fumble! Oh, come on! 1, 2, let's go! Take your hand, Joe! No can do, cowboy. Here we go now! Come on, DG. Everybody reach. Damn, B.
Y'all know I have more yards than they do.
You still got it.
Well, it hurt.
Boy, this is a great party. Get out there, old man.
Obese.
He's open.
He got to put on a show. He got to put up them numbers. He got to be Mr. Excitement. Kyler Murray, you can't do that when you're hurt. Jaden Daniels, you can't do that when you're hurt. Lamar Jackson, you can't do that when you're hurt. Justin Fields, you just got learn period. But shit, you hurt too. So you double whammy out of there. So, you know what I'm saying? You can't promote that. And Jalen Hurts, his promotion is limited because everybody knows he's being carried. You could play the handsome role and get the female money, but that's about it. Niggas is like, man, this nigga trash.
AJ Brown knows it, so
right. Like, bro,
he's made it clear that
so they could play
really cool with his quarterback. So
they can play the handsome role to get the female money, but shit, being no, like, bro, get out of here. But
real niggas know,
right?
Just saying, son.
Man,
like you're not getting that type of credit over here. I know you got a ring, bro, but I'm gonna be honest with you, and it's not to disrespect. I think what I would give Jalen Hurts for is he's a smart quarterback. He's an intelligent individual. You know what I'm saying, bro? So you gotta respect that, man. I always respect knowledge, man. But as a football player, bro, you not that dude, bro. Like, stop playing, man. He's a fraud. He's faking jacks. He's not really that good,
bro.
Like,
man,
as
bro.
a football player, you know, as a dude, I'm sure he's a good dude. You know what I'm saying?
I know he's a smart individual. He's very
nothing bad to
calculated.
say about him. You know what I'm saying? But you know, and he don't really fit the Eagles' personality. To me, Jalen Hurts should be a Giant.
Yep.
Jalen Hurts and Jackson Dart should switch spots.
Facts.
That's exactly who the Giants want. A fucking Jalen Hurts type quarterback. Outstanding individual. Gonna go with the program.
Man, and run your program to a T.
You know what I'm saying? And smart and can handle the media. That's exactly who they need. Should make the trade now.
It's now confirmed. One of the biggest stories is unfolding today. It's not the news.
Right on top.
You know what I'm saying? Shit. What up? You heard it here first. See, I'm unpopular for real. I'm giving y'all some gems
you got that
here,
leadership
bro.
capability.
Y'all some gems, bro. Y'all don't like Jackson Dart, call Philly.
Yep.
Howie Roseman will probably do it too, because he see the potential. He gonna cook.
Yep. He gonna cook with Jackson Dart. Oh yeah, we scared to get rid of him soon anyway. All right.
Yep, we can get out the contract and everything. Fuck yeah.
There you go. And Jalen Hurts come here and get dismantled.
Yep.
But you be everything that you like.
Everything
Well
you
mannered.
like. Yep.
Speaks well.
They'll run for 1,000 yards because they'll have to.
Yep.
Jalen Hurts will run for 1,000 yards and get you
13 touchdowns.
100 tush push attempts.
I don't think we can make the first down. We do 2-3 tush pushes. I don't think we get 10 yards on that, coach. Well, we gotta try something.
You damn sure can't pass the ball, Jalen.
Man.
You know that.
Man, we do not have an AJ Brown here. That is Darius Slayton. He is not catching anything over anybody, bro. That is Wandale Robinson, bro.
Right, you're done.
He'll try to get it to Theo Johnson too. He'll drop it on him. That's what's happening to Jackson Dart. Can't do anything. But hey, like NYG said, man, this is not no race bait type video. This is about style. This is about what makes money. This is about marketing. This is about real sports knowledge. And when you start to look at things in a different way, you'll see why moves have been made. These people are about money, bro.
Yeah.
So You see the anguish in the screen.
Yeah. Brothers, I'm telling you, bro, it's hard out there for a brother.
Man, it's hard out there for a pimp, bro.
That's the bottom line, man. But you got it, man. Take us out, bro.
Man. Appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Until the next sports knowledge, man. Y'all know what time it is. Peace.